The Training of Trainers program in interdisciplinary water management, TOTWAT, is an EU project under the Tempus program. The National Water Research Centre of the Egyptian Ministry of Water Resources and Irrigation and 4 universities are involved in the project: Cairo University, Fayoum University, IHS Vienna in Austria, and the Academic and Research Department of Hydrology Engineering, LFI, of the RWTH Aachen University in Germany. The LFI is the grant holder of the project and thus is responsible for the coordination of the total project lifecycle. Professor Nacken is the head of this research department and experienced in this kind of Tempus projects.
Some years ago, we started our cooperation with our dear colleagues in Egypt with the e-learning system for water and environmental systems. And we promised to continue this story of success. And nowadays, this is going to happen in the TOTWAT, Training of Trainer project.
The main objective of this project is to develop a new training program for interdisciplinary water management suited for the needs of Egypt.
This project actually came as a request from the ministry staff that they wanted to have something like that, to be trained on new technologies, to be trained on new applications in order to implement the national water policy based on the most recent technologies.
Egypt has a lot of water experts. For example, from the Ministry of Water Resources or from universities all over the country. But the main problem that we see is a lack of communication and cooperation. That's why, in this project, we tried to develop a training program for integrated water resources management to be hosted by Cairo and Fayoum University and to be offered for the ministry engineers.
As a consequence, this Tempus project opened new channels of cooperation between the national ministry and the Egyptian universities to set up what is nowadays called a win-win situation. LFI, the German grant holder, offered a helping hand to support the Egyptian partners, since it has wide experience in interdisciplinary water management research, as well as in the process of media-related knowledge transfer.
The first step of this project was to prepare Cairo and Fayoum universities to offer this training program for the ministry. That's why we had to enhance the IT infrastructure and establish new computer labs.
In June 2007, 2 new computer laboratories for training purposes were successfully established at the Egyptian partner universities, one at Cairo University and the other one at Fayoum University. Each of the computer labs is equipped with 15 workstations as well as multimedia equipment that enables the academic staff to make the most of new e-learning tools during their courses. To make the whole project sustainable, all steps have been carried out by both European and Egyptian people, so that after the project lifetime, the Egyptian partners are capable to handle and further develop all processes. From the trainer's point of view, the basis was established effectively.
This interdisciplinary water management training program consists of 5 modules. Under the first module, we had to train the IT and modeling engineers.
The first training course on modeling techniques and e-learning took place at Cairo University in January 2008 and combined the use of special modeling tools with the process of web-based knowledge transfer. The participants were trained on how to use learning management tools like Moodle, structure and record e-lectures, and design special self-assessments.
I think this is really a success to the project. So people now are really well trained and they know how to do a presentation, they know how to lecture, they know how to put the photo with the PowerPoint. And I think this is really good for the teaching and the training at the department.
It was the first time that we consider other training than face-to-face. We can have a presentation available to everybody. through the site. We can have quizzes they can answer online. We can have even the face-to-face lectures they can click on and use anytime. So that make things easier, that make it available for engineers or even people outside our building or institution to have access to our program. That makes everything available and easy. And I think that was a great start, but that now we're starting programs, we're using the same technology. So that's what a big benefit to our institution and to the Ministry of Water Resources and Irrigation.
Another 2-week training course on modeling techniques and e-learning started at the LFI Aachen. Topics of this workshop were basically focused on tools for integrated water management. Furthermore, the capabilities and skills of the Egyptian staff members related to the application of learning management systems has been extended.
We have 2 trainings in e-learning, one in Cairo University and the other in Aachen University. 2 trainings in socioeconomics, one in Cairo University and the other in Astoria. And in water management, also one in Cairo University and Fayum University. The 5 modules we have, it's very useful for our staff, of course.
Under the second one, we had to train water engineers. The third one, we trained already the socio-economists.
Topics of this course were water systems, gender issues, pricing, economics and valuation. They started with a needs assessment of the Ministry of Water Resources and Irrigation and other ministries related to water issues to find out what the actual needs and the problems are and which fields they have to work in.
The fourth one were devoted for the environmentalists. Under the 5th module, we had a very interesting workshops. We brought all the trainees of the other 4 modules together and showed them how to make integrated water resources management decisions in a participatory environment.
This development strategy highly appealed to the project members.
We involved the stakeholders from the beginning. We collected their views, we made several meetings with them, and then the output and their feedback regarding the courses was analyzed, and then after that, the courses were designed, and then all these courses, before starting the activity, were actually showed to them, so that we get another feedback, and we modified a little bit, so that we made sure that the training program, schedule, and even the discrete courses are matching their needs, so that we should go on with whatever we agreed upon at the end of this process.
Before the end of this project, a pilot implementation phase took place. It was very important to see whether the trained Egyptian colleagues are ready to be trainers for others.
That's why we organized the training program again, and we implemented the 5 modules, but the trainers were the trainees of the first phase and offered the training for engineers from the ministry.
After the pilot implementation phase, the German grantholder LFI organized an assessment workshop in which all were happy and surprised about the positive feedback of the trainees from the ministry.
I think it was a difficult challenge to do this and make the people in the same background and same floor to set this project for the final benefit of the people here.
To ensure the sustainability of the project and to disseminate the results of it, a strict project framework has been specified. The mechanism of quality control and the monitoring of all activities were also built into the mainframe of the project. This needed a close cooperation of all partners involved as well as a tight coordination.
Dissemination was a very important issue for us. We used web-based dissemination, we printed dissemination materials, and we organized different events that bring people together.
A special online server allows disseminating the project concept and results not only to the staff members, but to other groups who are also interested in the technical details of the project.
We will do more, actually, still more to be done through the media and through the NGOs, and I think with the new minister now, who used to be our department head, he's really a part of this program, and he did some training in this program. So I think he will disseminate this, and he will allow us actually to get into more department in the Ministry of Water, Resources and Irrigation, because these are our main client.
The project consortium was well represented in a Tempus Projects Forum at Cairo University in April 2007. The National Tempus Office Egypt was in charge of this event.
It's one of the very few projects in Egypt that is blending university with the public sector in one project. And personally, I think that this is one of the, I would say, biggest achievement of such a project or such a scheme in Egypt, is that you are not only addressing universities, you are not only addressing students, formal students, but you can also still go to the people that are working in their field and try to help them.
Several dissemination events took place at the National Water Research Center at Fayoum University and Cairo University. The TOTWAT project is showing an impressive outcome under the umbrella of Tempus.
Now we have pilots that are being implemented, and I think it's very important that the Egyptian universities either adopt completely the system of Bologna process, or to be harmonized with this system in order to facilitate the mobility of students with this European platform.
And there are also new objectives for the future.
As for me as a grant holder, I think that this project has been a success, because we succeeded to set up the network within Egypt on one side and a link between Egypt and Europe on the other side. And now we do have a platform of common teaching within Egypt, within the ministry, or for the people of the ministry. And it might be a good idea to build up on this platform in common research in the near future. And what we actually succeeded to do by this project is that we are at present working for future common research funded through the EU in FP7.
The existing network between Egypt and Europe is still growing through the help of such Tempus projects like TOTWAT. Tempus does not only link human capacities, but also connects individuals from different cultures for the benefit of both.